So, as far as your business, the credit repair business, can you tell me just a little bit about maybe any things you've had to overcome, any struggles, things like that, just so people are aware?
Yeah. Um, I think some of the hardest struggles was just dealing with people. People
Just
have very outlandish expectations.
facts.
Um, that's number one. Building the trust with people
Definitely.
because the way that my credit repair works is not me just building these templates for you or emailing you these templates. I'm needing a bunch of personal information. I'm needing, you know, date of births, full names, addresses, social security cards, um, and just being able to identify various details, as opposed to comparing this credit report with experience, comparing another report with Equifax, and then comparing another credit report with TransUnion. There's a lot of visualization in this field, and you just have to have a keen eye for mistakes and inaccuracies, and you have to stay on top of what you did for one client as opposed to the other client, because every strategy is not going to work for every client. So you definitely have to be creative with being able to build different techniques that may work for one set of clients and may not work for another set of clients. So there's going to be a lot of tweaking and a lot of modifications that you have to make in the day-to-day process or the month-to-month process. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And you definitely have to be ready to build a team because eventually you're going to need some help. You are definitely going to need some help. It's not something that you're going to be able to do all by yourself. And if you're doing it the right way, you're definitely going to need some help.
Yeah, facts. No, I definitely agree. So yeah, no, that's definitely some game. So I know that you're a realtor. You're in
Yeah.
Chicago. You're licensed in Chicago, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the home process. I know that my listeners know I talk about, the consumer laws. I can quote them all day, 15 USC 1681, this, that, and the third. I want to talk about, getting people approved into the houses, maybe some things that, just people should be aware of as far as credit repair, lenders, all that. Give us a sauce.
um, I do get a lot of clients whose ultimate goal is to purchase a home.
Yeah.
The one thing that I try to teach them about is the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval. Very different things. Pre-qualification is just basically hey, you having a call with the realtor or the lender, you telling them, I make this much money, I owe this much, this is my bills on a monthly basis. Pre-approval is, hey, now they're kind of chiming into um your assets or chiming into your bank accounts, and they're pulling your credit to see not only your finances and your employer, but they're also trying to see how many derogatory accounts you have. um, so I make sure that clients know that, hey, the three things that they mainly focus on when you're working with a lender, because it's easy to work with a realtor. I can find you a billion houses, but my main goal is to make sure that you have some type of pre-approval before we go out there to look for the houses. So we know where your financial boundaries are at. If you're only approved for $150,000 house, I'm not going to take you over here to the $300,000 houses.
Mhm.
But lenders, they like to take a look at the credit. Of course, they want to find out what derogatory accounts you have. You have a bankruptcy? Cool. As long as the bankruptcy has been discharged for about 2 years. The number one thing that they do look at is charge-offs and collections. The charge-offs, we can get those removed if needed. The collections are okay, but if you have you have multiple collections that accrue up to $2,000, you're not going to get approved. Your interest rates are going to be ridiculously high. The second thing that they look at is income. They need verification of income. I know nowadays a lot of people are their own employers. So you have 2 years of taxes to suffice for the income that they need to see. And then the other thing is assets. You know, what if there's a rainy day where you can't make a payment? What assets do you have? Do you have a savings account? We know you have a checking account. Do you have a savings account? Do you have money put away? You know, are you getting this loan by yourself? What about your husband, and who all is going to be part of that buying party for you to, you know, possibly if you need additional money? Do you have lenders who are helping you put the money down for your down payment? Because that's one thing that is like a red flag to a lot of lenders. If you had to take an additional loan to pay off the down payment for a house, they're not going to want that. They want to know that you have a good financial planning or financial budgeting to afford this house that you're looking for. So yeah, it's a timely experience. You know, if people have all their ducks in a row, you're looking about 45 days in the closing after we find a house. Given that, you know, the inspection went well. But worst case scenario, there's, you know, times where people are looking at about 90 days to close on a house. So it's a process. It's definitely a process, but it's a much easier process. I feel that if you are very aware of your credit and your finances, you know, because even with a lot of mortgage programs or grant programs, they're looking for specific credit. You know, they're typically looking at your credit to be a median score of 640. So, you know, and I make sure that they're aware of, hey, you're getting this mortgage. Well, it comes with you're getting into this mortgage assistance program or this grant assistance program. There's various contingencies that you have to be made aware of. You know, a lot of those mortgage programs have those 5-year contingencies where you have to stay into this home for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's just a lot of things that people don't know that they also have to be educated on, and the education becomes in the beginning, so everything else could be more so a smooth process.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely a lot of good notes for people to write down regarding that. So do you tie in your credit repair with all the realtor stuff you do, or is it like separate, or is it like both?
I tie it in reference to if I'm working with a client who is just looking for a home and they're not a credit client. After kind of finding out about their pre-approvals or their pre-qualifications with the lenders, and, you know, hey, why can't Jane Doe get approved for 250 as opposed to only 225? Well, this is going to be the issue with closing on the houses. Jane Doe has X, Y, and Z on their credit. And a lot of times it's just me just working just to help them. So it's not like, oh, okay, well, now you're going to become a credit client and now you got to pay me the additional funds. No, the process is I came here to help you find a home. You have some hiccups here and there where it's going to make the closing a little bit harder. So let me help you with that as well. And again, that's where a lot of other clients come in for credit repair, because those home buyers are more than willing to just kind of put my name out there.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Which one did you get into first?
Which one did I get into first?
Yeah.
Credit repair.
Okay, so credit repair happened after you talked with the attorney guy, right?
Yep, credit repair started in 2018, and then my realtor's license that came in. What is this? 2020, fairly new, 2022. 22, yeah, last year.
Oh, last year. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Last year.
Yeah.
And thank
okay,
you.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Which one do you enjoy more? What people want to know.
I love them both.
No, we're not doing those safe answers. Which one you enjoy more?
Credit repair. It's just
that's a good answer for the podcast.
It's me working on my time, you know. I love real estate. It's an exciting. I get to meet a lot of people in face. as
Yeah.
opposed where credit repair is more so Zoom calls over the phone. But
Mhm.
I get to network with people in person. But sheesh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a
Yes.
long process. You
Sure.
know, I'll tell the clients, hey, this house is not going to meet your standards, but they'll still want to see it. And then we go
Oh
see it,
man.
and guess what? It didn't meet your standards. So it's just
Yeah.
like, you're more so at you're at the leash of your clients, and doing what they want to do. You do get the opportunity to set boundaries, but you're trying to make them happy. So
Gotcha.
I'll go with credit repair first.
You go with credit repair. Okay. Okay. I think the audience loves that answer. No, but I think it's dope and you distinguish yourself because you do have that extra knowledge when it comes to the, real estate space. So I guess for anybody listening, if they're a realtor, credit repair might be your next blessing. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's definitely dope that you do that.